Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to be grading the Tampa Bay Buccaneers selection of Chris Braswell, edge defender out of Alabama. Now, if you guys already saw my initial video, I have given some initial thoughts on this pick, but I'm going to expand on it in this video today. Braswell was the 25th overall pick in the second round. One pick before was Marshawn Kneeland, and I like Braswell. I want to start off by saying that, but if Marshawn Kneeland would have went one pick more, I do believe he would be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer and not Chris Braswell. But I know there are going to be some people who are going to say, well, maybe the Tampa Bay Buccaneers could have gotten this edge defender or that edge defender. I like Braswell. Again, I want to say that. I think that coming into the NFL at 6'3", 251 pounds, he graded to eventually be an average starter in the league. A 4.6 40-yard dash, 1.59 10-yard split, 33.5-inch vertical jump, 9-foot 7-inch broad jump. He is a solid player. You take a look, we have Adisa Isaac stats up here. We'll talk about him in a minute, but you talk about Chris Braswell in his final year, 10.5 tackles for loss, 8 sacks, 1 interception that was a pick six, 1 pass deflection, 3 forced fumbles. Those are some fine stats overall, in my opinion. And comparatively to some of the other guys, edge defenders that were available, especially in the third round, Braswell compares pretty decently to them, right? In my honest opinion. I think that Braylon Trice has comparable stats. I think that Jonah Ellis out of Utah has comparable stats, and Jonah Ellis was playing some let's call it lesser competition at Utah. I think that he also has comparable stats to a guy, if we go all the way down here, to like an Adisa Isaac or a Jalix Hunt out of Houston Christian University. I think that Braswell is coming from an organization like Alabama, and that's going to prepare him for the NFL level pretty well. And I've been a very strong supporter of that, of guys coming from big schools. Hey, they're going to be pretty NFL ready. This was the last guy, one of the last guys who got to play for Nick Saban. That's cool in of itself. And he's really the last guy from the Nick Saban era, one of the last guys of the Nick Saban era of college football. So I'm going to give him props for that as well. He is a disciple of Saban, let's say. But you know, there are going to be some questions of did Braswell succeed? Did his numbers, only be what they are because of Dallas Turner, right? Dallas Turner led the way with 10 sacks, 14.5 tackles for loss. That's going to be a legitimate question going forward. If he does have to be the leading man in a pass rotation, can he do that? And right now, as it stands, while I like Chris Braswell, I don't love still the Bucs pass rush. I think that Braswell can be a guy that can contribute right away. I do believe that. And if I had to grade it, I'd give it a B+. But when looking at the bigger picture going forward, you do have to think about what's going on with JTS, what's going on with Anthony Nelson. Randy Gregory is brought in as a veteran. And that's not Chris Braswell's fault, right? I give him a B+ because we don't know what he's going to be as a leading man yet. And that is something to be a concern. Is he being drafted to be a leading man? I want to say no, but you do spend the 57th overall pick on a guy. You expect him to contribute right away. And it is going to be a question as to how much he is going to contribute when he, in his rookie year at least, while he is adjusting to NFL speed. He doesn't have a guy like Dallas Turner next to him. And he's going to have to pull some weight in this initial year for himself. So I like the pick. I give it a B+ just because I want to wait and see a little bit more of what he can contribute right out of the gate and prove himself a little bit more, kind of get out of that Dallas Turner shadow, so to speak. So let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions. I'd love to hear them about this pick down in the comments section below. Do you guys like it? Do you hate the pick? Let me know your thoughts. I think it addresses a need for the Bucs. I do believe they needed to take an edge defender in this draft early. They did. They took Graham Barton in the first round as well. It's a very solid first couple of picks, in my opinion, that addresses the two most critical needs that the Bucs had in this draft. And again, there really wasn't many other options beside Braswell where you're thinking, what the heck? What are they doing here? But especially whenever you think like Chris Jenkins was off the board, you had Adrian Cooper off the board as well. JPJ was off the board. Kool-Aid McKinstry. Cooper DeJean, Braden Fisk, Tavondre Sweat, Jerzon Newton was off the board. These are all guys that, like, if the Bucs passed over them, you would probably be sitting here saying, "Oh, what?" But I think that he's going to be able to contribute right away. You take a look at some of the other guys that were taken. Who would you have picked if you don't like the Chris Braswell pick? Who would you have picked over him? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. I think Trice, no. I think that Jonah Ellis, maybe, but, you know, probably not, in my opinion. Adisa Isaac is one that you can definitely consider in there as well, but I mean, hey, he did go all the way, pick 93 to the Baltimore Ravens for a reason. Same with Jalix Hunt as well. So, I don't know. But let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions. I give it a B+. I want to see Adisa Isaac prove himself as a potential leading man in a pass rush. We'll see if he's going to be able to do that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. As always, guys, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now. Go Bucs.